Kishor on this special edition of India Upfront. Viewers, Mr. Kishor wears many hats, but the one that has come to represent him perhaps in the public eye the most is that of political strategist. It's interesting, he's just taken over as the chief campaign manager of sorts for Arvind Kejriwal, who's going to have, of course, a battle royale on his hands in just a few months. Let's begin our conversation with Mr. Kishor. Thank you so much for speaking to me here on Times Now. And I want to begin by asking you, by getting straight to issue that has rankled you and divided the party, JDU. It's your opposition to the CAA, something that you're upset that your party has backed. Do you believe the JDU's backing of the CAA undermines its own commitment to secularism?
More than that, the opposition is emanating from the fact that over the last 2 years, in all internal debates, party held on to this belief that CAA, at that time it was CAB, is not something which, in our opinion, is in interest of the country. Especially when you combine this with NRC, because I do not see this as two different things. Both are linked with each other. So when party changed its position and decided to support the bill in both houses of the parliament, of course some of us, we found it a little bit difficult to buy that idea. But on that, I've already said what I had to say. It is in the public domain. And I continue to back that belief that this is not in the interest of the country, especially CAA combined with NRC. And we all right-minded Indians, to my mind, must oppose this with all the democratic might which we have.
So, Mr. Nitish Kumar describes himself as an avowed secularist. Now, I want to ask you, why is an avowed secularist voting alongside the BJP in Parliament for the CAA?
As much I know of Mr. Nitish Kumar, I don't think he uses this word and he would like to describe himself in a particular bucket, calling him a secularist or not.
He definitely used some very choicy words to describe the RSS, which he says was a communal, poisonous organization. So it's quite clear that he sees himself as an avowed secularist.
Nitish Kumar's ideology is summed up in one line, what he says, Nyay Sang Bikas. And whatever little I understand of the man, and I know him fair bit, he is primarily guided by Gandhi, Lohia and Jayaprakash. They are his ideals.
So the opposition says that if you believe in Gandhian ideals, you will oppose CAA. Clearly,
yes,
if Mr. Nitish Kumar, who believes in your own words in Gandhian ideals, is supporting it, it must not be that draconian.
Yes, I have no doubt that he believes in Gandhian philosophy. If you see his work in Bihar, every day he spends hours and hours propagating, talking, preaching about Gandhian ideals, Gandhian principles, and this is one of the aspects of his persona that would have made me join his party, because I hero worship Gandhi in my limited way. I'm a very small guy.
Would Gandhi be happy with the CAA?
I doubt today if Mahatma Gandhi would be here, he would be supporting this idea. Whatever little I understand of the man, and it's very, very difficult. Again, I repeat, I'm a very small person. Very small even to comment about.
So then, in your opinion,
a person as big as Mr. Gandhi. But in my limited wisdom, if he would have been alive today, if he would have been here, he would be opposed to this idea of CAA.
But you're aware that Mahatma Gandhi did talk about giving refuge to minorities from Pakistan, and both at that time, of course, West Pakistan and East Pakistan. And he said that they must be prioritized, and it is the responsibility of the government of that day, the Nehru government of that day, to give these individuals what he called Sharnath or refuge.
Rahul, there is no quarrels with the idea of giving refuse or citizenship to anyone who has come to India, and if they are prosecuted in the name of religion elsewhere, more so. Government of India should rather do what Israel has done for Jews. Send out the message across the world that if anywhere Hindus, or for that matter any religion who we consider as part of our society, if we think that they are prosecuted somewhere and we can help them in any which way, we must do that. But the point is, you cannot do this and discriminate against a section. You do it for everyone. Why do you select? Why not Tamils then?
You have obviously a very strong opposition to the CAA in its present form. You say it's
With
violative
NRC.
of art. No, let's first go back. You said that CAA is violative of Article 14 of the
I
Constitution
did
of
not
India.
say Article 14. I'm not getting into
But you
this
say
Article
it
14
is
debate.
against the constitutional principle of equality,
yes,
which is represented by Article 14.
Not in totality. In totality. Let's not make the debate about Section 14.
Fundamentally, you say that this particular law, the CAA, is violative of the spirit of the Constitution.
Yes.
Mr. Nitish Kumar has, in fact, despite perhaps even being aware of this, voted with the government to pass CAA. And you have dissented. Now I want to ask you, sir, is Nitish Kumar therefore a person not committed to the spirit of the Constitution of India?
He is committed. And there,
how can you say he's committed and say that you dissented?
I'm telling you why. Because even though he has voted for CAA, like many other chief ministers, including just now we have heard from Mr. Naveen Patnaik, you have heard the Akali leaders, they are talking about, don't
Mr.
try to
Kishor,
separate, don't try to separate this whole debate.
You're putting the cart before the horse.
Not at all.
I'll tell you why.
Not at all.
I'll tell you why.
Not at all. CAA has come because what has happened when government tried to do NRC in Assam. Do not try to mislead people by saying
so Mr. Nitish Kumar was not aware of this possibility.
Of course he is.
So then,
and that is why.
So if he saw the consequences, like you are seeing them so logically, why did he continue to support the government?
But if he has,
is he not committed to secularism?
But if he has done so, it is us. We are not prompted by somebody else. We ourselves are telling that this is not consistent with what party stance.
So he didn't listen to you?
He did not listen to me.
So that's why I'm asking you.
Yes.
Did he not listen to you? Because he actually doesn't believe that it is imperative to uphold the spirit of the Constitution that you are talking about.
This is not the subject for debate. I need not be instigated by someone. On my own, together with other colleagues, we have raised this and put our point of view in public domain.
I'll tell you what the public is thinking. The public right now is thinking, this man is playing classic dog whistle politics.
Okay.
They are saying that he knows that there is nothing fundamentally wrong. Because if there was such a transgression that has been committed by passing the CAA in conjunction with the NRC, as you know, and Nitish Kumar is blind to it, or hasn't heard that, or has ignored the voices of Prashant Kishor. Prashant Kishor is not coming out and condemning his boss and saying that Mr. Nitish Kumar is an opportunist.
I think
that's what people are thinking. So they're going to say, why is Prashant Kishor?
That's your voice. I'm on
so
record.
There are plenty of people who will say this. I can take a poll right now on Twitter. But I'm only asking you this question.
I do more polls than what Times Now does.
So Prashant Kishor, I want to ask you, why aren't you calling Nitish Kumar an opportunist for supporting what you say is an act of parliament that betrays?
Just go and read my tweets. I have called what I have said what I had to say.
What have you said?
Just read the tweet. I have said that this is not consistent with the party constitution. It is incongruous for a party which has secular word thrice on the first page. And I am disappointed with the party stance. I have said this. Having said all these things, when I met him in person, I told him that if party is changing its stance on NRC as well, then it becomes very difficult.
Your colleague Pawan Verma has recently given an interview, and he has said very clearly in that interview that his position in the party is irrevocably untenable.
Well, that's his assessment.
Why isn't, if you both agree on the same points,
yes,
why isn't Prashant Kishor's position the same?
I tell you why. Because the easiest thing for me to do is send my resignation, quit the party. Because if what you are describing, my position or his position being untenable, but I think I owe it to the people, to the party, to do everything at my command to try to make sure that party does not err on the principles or the commitment which we have been following for last many years, and therefore if Nitish Kumarji is assuring me that there will be no NRC in Bihar, there is no meaning left for CAA. If you do not do NRC, there is no problem. Okay, you can continue to have CAA.
Do you salute, by the same extension of logic, Rahul Gandhi for taking a very clear stand?
He has not taken.
On the
he has
CAA,
not taken a stance.
on the CAA. His party did not support
I
the
don't
CAA.
see, I do not salute.
Would you say that today he's higher in your estimations on the secularism ladder than Nitish Kumar?
No, I don't judge leaders only on one phrase.
This is
or
vital.
one word.
You're saying this CAA is an assault on the Indian Constitution.
It is vital.
What more important document are Indians governed by than the Constitution of India?
See, you are not defined only by one word, no matter how important is that word. So there is no comparison for me. Of course, I have chosen to be in JDU and not in Congress. That in a way tells you who I hold in a higher regard. So that does not change anything, because that doesn't change anything if my party has gone ahead and voted for a particular bill. I have raised my
Mr.
dissent.
Prashant Kishor, if the JDU has deviated from the principles it once stood for, which is so central to your own belief, because at the end of the day, we all believe in the Constitution, shaped by the morality of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Mahatma Gandhi, and the founding fathers of this nation, I want to ask you, why are you still in the JDU?
I am in the JDU because I want to do everything that is possible at my level to stop JDU from possibly changing its stance on NRC.
Possibly changing. You want them to change, or do you want them possibly to change?
I do not want to change. I want them not to change and remain consistent with what they have described earlier, that we are not supporting NRC in this country. But
you have no problem with CAA?
I have no problem. I can't say I have no problem, but I'm saying it. If
you're
you
very confused,
no, it's not
Mr.
confused.
Kishor. You're very confused.
But you want to present it that everyone who does not club this together and see the matter in totality is confused.
No, I'll tell you why.
It suits your argument.
No, it doesn't.
It suits your argument.
It actually doesn't. I'll explain to you why. If I'm saying that you're a bit confused.
I'm saying no.
Today, the CAA is being challenged by a large number of your own allies, of your own friends. Your own political friends.
Who are my allies?
I'm just generally saying, you are known to have advised the Gandhis. You have known to have...
I have advised the present government as well in 2014.
Yes, I know. But I'm saying post that, you made a very strong overture towards the opposition. So I'm asking you today, some of those people today are challenging the CAA in the Supreme Court of India.
Let the court decide.
No, 1 second. They are saying that this is palpably illegal. It is discriminatory. It is untenable because it is also fundamentally arbitrary.
I tell you something. No matter how hard you try.
So are they confused?
I'm not going to separate.
No, but are they confused?
I'm saying something is wrong.
What is wrong?
On its own. Hold on. CAA is wrong. But when you combine it with NRC,
it gets even more wrong.
It becomes horrible.
It becomes horrible.
So
why is the CAA wrong? Please explain.
I have explained to you. CAA is wrong because you are selectively choosing a section of society and telling that you will get the citizenship while leaving others on the basis of religion.
Now let me come to the second point. How do you know that the NRC is going to be or acquire the same structure and form as that in Assam? Have you read the draft of the NRC, sir?
But has government came out and put a draft which is saying
the government has put out through the PIB of India?
But you guys are presenting that PIB document since yesterday, a document that is not signed by any officer. Do you know who is the authority who has released that document?
So the PIB of India.
Who is the releasing authority of the document?
So the PIB of India.
I'm asking you.
We have to now disregard the Press Information Bureau of India.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying please inform your citizen that who has issued that clarification on
the PIB has released a document.
Yes. What does it tell you? That there will be no NRC? What does it tell you?
It says 4 things.
Yes.
In the main.
Please.
Number 1, that we are not going to go for the same cutoff period as the Assam NRC.
No problem.
It says that any and every citizenship document will be acceptable, including Aadhaar.
Yes. Do you know, hold on this second point, because you guys are presenting it ad nauseum since yesterday. What percentage of Indian has got no document the list of documents that has been put in that PIB list?
I'll tell you.
And there is one additional point they've said, that you can bring someone to be your witness.
Yes, that's right. So even people
So 20
who don't
crore
have... So
people.
let me finish,
So
sir.
20 crore
the
people
third
in this
very
country.
important point
Yes.
is illiterate people,
Yes.
indigent people,
Yes.
people who have no documents
Yes.
can prove their citizenship if they produce witnesses,
Yes.
friends,
Okay.
community leaders to suggest that they have been living...
What does it take, Rahul?
and are bona
Just
fide.
step back.
Sure.
What does it take for 130 crore people to queue up with whatever document you are saying? I don't want to debate because it is still not a valid document in my eyes. It is not released under the signature of a government authority. It has been released by PIB.
Okay.
No one knows.
PIB is nobody. In your scheme of things.
PIB is not government.
Okay, so Ministry of Information...
it has not been released by Ministry of Home Affairs.
Okay, so it
has not been not been released by Ministry of Home Affairs.
Right.
Hence, I take it that it is coming from a PIB, but it is not the official document, cannot be taken as an official document. That's first point. Second, just go back, take a step back.
Sure.
1.3 billion people queuing up to produce document or set of documents which you yourself have just enlisted to do what? To prove that I am citizen of this country. What is your concern? That some people in this country are living without any proper document, or they are illegal migrants, they need to be thrown out. Agree with your point of view. What is your estimation, government's best estimate? Anything between 3% to 6%. So just to take care of 3% people and throw out them, identify and throw them out, you are making 97% people to go through unimaginable logistical nightmare. Imagine if you are living in Delhi, you belong to Assam or Bengal or Tamil Nadu, and you have to give all these documents. You have to give Aadhaar, you have to give voter ID card, you have to give your school leaving certificate, or even if you have to produce a witness from your village or your ward. What does it take? You have to take leave from Delhi, wherever you're working. Then you go back. No, imagine.
I agree.
Not only you.
I agree.
You go with the entire family.
Look, it's a massive exercise. It's a logistical exercise. It's inconveniencing. But let me ask you, who came up with the NRC in the first place?
Hold on.
Let's go back. Since you want to go back,
yes,
you say,
let's go back.
Who came up with the idea of an NRC?
Whoever has come out.
No, it's very important.
Yes.
So to find out the origins. Where did it come up?
If you are telling me that it is Congress government which has got it.
I'm not saying that.
So
I'm saying that as part of the Assam Accords,
yes,
it was decided that an exercise of a particular nature to determine citizenship will be conducted. So one second, sir. The principle doesn't change whether it's done in 26 or 27 other states.
Why do you want to do it in whole of India?
So we should only look for immigrants, illegal immigrants in Assam and no other part of India.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying find a more efficient or intelligent way of identifying those who are living here illegally, identify them, by all means prosecute them.
But the Supreme Court has come up with the framework. I'm sure
Supreme Court has come up with the framework for the Assam.
They have looked at...
No, Assam. They have show me a document where Supreme Court has said that NRC should be done across the India.
I'm not saying that.
So
I'm only saying that the Supreme Court laid out the contours. They appointed an official and a commission to conduct an exercise.
Yes, they did it. What has been the outcome?
Sir, are you challenging the Supreme Court's wisdom? Are you saying they're so short-sighted they didn't see the outcome? The outcome was a CAA, which I agree is appeasement.
No. Please. Outcome was an NRC that has been criticized by none less than...
You're jumping the hoop. You're jumping the hoop. The outcome was the CAA.
Do not hide behind Supreme Court. Supreme Court has... Hold on. Assam NRC has been carried out under the instruction and oversight of Supreme Court. It took 3 years. The entire state machinery, thousands of crores has been spent on doing NRC. No one today, across all spectrum, not a single party has come out and said we believe in this NRC. This includes BJP. My point is, you have done an exercise in a small state of Assam. It has not given you the desired result, or at least it has shown that there are a lot of lacunas in terms of systems, execution, logistics of it. Before debating it, understanding it, and understanding how to improve it, you are saying now I'm going to read in whole of India, and that too in a time frame of 3 years. Look at what Home Minister has said. Before 2024, whole of India will see NRC. We will give citizenship using CAA to a section of society, and rest who would not make it to NRC will be thrown out. Now I'm telling you, imagine 20 crore people. 6% is the number in Assam who has not made it to NRC in Assam. If you take the same percentage, even if you take 5%, we are talking about around 7 crore people across India who will not make it to this list. What happens to those 7.5 crore people? How many tribunals you are going to set up for
Mr.
those 7.5 crore people? Where are you going to hold those 7.5 crore people?
Look, we are all talking a little bit from the point of view of lack of information.
No.
Let's be honest.
No.
Please, where is the draft of the NRC, national level NRC? No one has seen it. We don't know what it's going to entail.
But who is responsible for this?
We don't, exactly.
So government
that's
should
the point.
Government should have first, no, my point is government should have.
One second. On the point, sir, I just want to ask you.
So you are agreeing that government should have first put out all the details.
I have said this on air every day. But
all
the point
details
is,
before announcing that this is what
precisely, I think the government has failed to communicate its point of view.
I'm so happy that you are accepting that government has failed.
You should watch Times Now more often.
I'm watching.
But one second. The most important point is,
if I'm able to convince you that government has failed,
you are preaching to the converted.
No,
I'm only asking you.
I'm just emphasizing the point that
I'm only asking you a simple question, Mr. Kishor.
No, hold on. Let me complete this. That you are agreeing with my point of view that government has failed in communicating their intent.
Yeah, but that doesn't change. One second, but that doesn't change the debate. The debate we are having is on the desirability of an NRC, the objectives that are sought to be attained through holding an NRC, and most importantly, listen to me.
There is no evidence to suggest.
Let me finish, sir. And most importantly, and this is crucial, to find out how many people are citizens of this country so they can legitimately avail of benefits that are coming from the center, from state governments, etc., for their welfare. Do you have a problem with that objective, per se?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
so long, it is not the most... Okay.
No, one second. You have no problems with that objective?
No problem.
So you're contradicting yourself. You say you have a problem with the CAA plus NRC.
I'm telling you.
When you don't know the contours of the NRC.
No, I know very well what is the contour of NRC. Hold on. You are saying that should, as a country, we find out those who are living here illegally and throw them off, by all means you should, within the accepted norms of humanitarian laws. You are saying, my objection is, if you do NRC, this is the worst possible way of doing that. It is the same argument, as I have called it, it's like demonetization. Are you against black money? Yes, we are. Does that mean that all those who are having money need to go and prove that their money is...
So you're saying that this is part of a communal agenda?
No, I'm not saying that.
Then what are you saying?
This whole word of communal secular... It is being done to... A part of it is of the ignorance, part of it is
So the government is ignorant?
Of course they are ignorant.
Okay. Point two?
Of course they are ignorant.
Point two.
Also they are not respecting...
So this opposition charge that India is slowly becoming a Hindu Rashtra is wrong?
No, I do not see it as a Hindu...
Is it right or wrong?
What was demonetization?
No, I'm only asking you this. This is very important. Prashant Kishor, it's very important. You are saying that I don't see this from a communal rubric at all.
No, not at all.
You don't see it.
Classified.
So then are those politicians today, like Rahul Gandhi, like Owaisi, like several... No, I'm asking your opinion, sir.
Rahul Gandhi...
Like members of the Aam Aadmi Party who say this is a silent backdoor towards India becoming a Hindu Rashtra, are they being alarmist?
No,
simple question to you.
I'm not worried about those fear.
You're not worried about...
No, I'm not.
The fear.
India is too strong. India is too strong a country to be converted to a Hindu Rashtra.
Okay, so this larger narrative that all of this is being done to turn India into a Hindu Rashtra, Prashant Kishor does not agree with. He says there is ignorance and there is, at the end of the day, perhaps a degree of opportunism. Would you say that?
Plus also, you are being insensitive.
Insensitive. Insensitive, not communal, insensitive, and most importantly, viewers, ignorant. That's the charge. Prashant Kishor, who wears the secular crown heavy on his head, says this is not a communal exercise. Remember those words when the next Asaduddin Owaisi, when the next Rahul Gandhi, when the next Mamta Banerjee stand up and say that this government has a problem with Muslims. I leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching.